So now we're ready to make a map, and just to make the map first we're going to have to do something about this projection. This projection right now is just not very nice. So what I'm going to do is click on this NAT83, right click, and you can look under properties, and here you can change the coordinate system. So I'm going to choose a predefined projected coordinate system. Okay, so actually we're going to go here and say projected coordinate system, and then we're going to go down to world, and then here we will choose Miller cylindrical world. And the Miller cylindrical world projection is a modified Mercator projection, and everyone knows the Mercator projection from any grade school map. That's the one that has Greenland all really big, and everyone thinks that Greenland is like bigger than all the other continents combined. But the difference is in the Miller cylindrical projection, the parallels of latitude are scaled by 2/5, and the rest is multiplied by 5/4. So near the equator. So this projection kind of corrects some of the problems with Mercator, but still you still have pretty big. Once you get to the closer to the North and South Poles, it still gets pretty big. But for North America, it's gonna look pretty good. So we're gonna hit OK, and it's gonna give us, of course, telling us that we're having transformations going on. So we say OK, and then this is what our map's gonna end up looking like. And so here now we have our projection corrected, and if we look back at that PDF, or I mean that PowerPoint, I think, that Dr. Dana provided us, we can see some elements of how he did his map that we should follow. Like, first of all, he fixed these colors. He also clipped out the outer portions of the latitudes. He added these radicals here so we can see what's going on. And then he also added a title. So this is something that we should be doing too. So for changing colors, we just have to change the symbology. So if we just double click the line here, we'll end up being able to change colors with just choosing this right here as a color. So let me choose this one as red, and then here I can change this one to blue, and so that made those change. I think red blue is a pretty good contrast. Also, I can get it maybe to clip these lines out. One quick way to do that is by just changing in data frame properties. Go over to properties, and I can go here to clip to shape, and if I enable this, I can specify which shape. So just click enable and specify the shape, and I can choose the outline of the feature, and I can choose the states, NAT83, and when I say OK, that clips out those besides what's in the states. Another way that I can clip, if I wanted to look a little bit better than this, because right now I'm losing some of the state too, is I'm just going to go ahead and undo what I did. Take it off. That's going to show everything again. And then if I go here into my search here, I can type clip into my toolbox and search, and I'll have a clip tool. And if I click on it, oh, that's the raster one, we don't want that one, we want the vector one. So we can click this, and this looks good. So my input feature would be my contour, my clip feature would be my states, and then I can this tolerance, that's fine, we're just gonna leave that off, and I can hit OK, and then that's gonna clip it, but only put out what's there. So if I turn this off now, you can see that it clipped it off. So I'm gonna go ahead and clip also my latitude. So if I look at that, I want to clip that. So if I go here, back to my search, clip, and this time I'm going to choose latitude. and my clip feature that I want is by the states, and that's fine enough for me, so I'm gonna hit OK. And that's gonna go ahead and add that also. So I can close, I can turn this one off, and now I can start seeing my map coming together. For labeling them, you just click on, if you right click, you have this option for label features here, but it's probably going to pick up the wrong name. So you just go into the properties, and then under labels, you'll be able to choose that you want to label based on the contour value. And you hit apply, and that's going to add in those numbers. So now you can see that there's numbers in here like 1.2, 0.08, so forth. And for the rest of the lab, I'm going to leave it up to you guys. I want you guys to make this look nice. Maybe something that you can do is insert in another data frame, and maybe bring this contours into that data frame instead, and bring in your states instead over here, and make a two maps in one. That would be nice, like a side-by-side map. It doesn't have to look exactly like what Dr. Dana did on the on Blackboard. You can choose however way you think it best communicates the information. I'm just going to remove this data frame, and then you can see what I mean. Whenever I go over to layout mode, I can have this data frame here with this map, and then this other data frame here with this map over here with the side-by-side comparison. Or of course I can add in the contours on both of them and have just one single map. And in order to switch it over to portrait mode, you just go over here to File, Page, Print Setup, and you can do landscape, and then this way you can have landscape mode. And let's see, what else did he do? You can also look on here, he has the graticals. We should put that in there. To do that, we're going to look under the view menu, and if we look under data frame properties, and we click on grids, we can add in a grid. And this seems, you can play with these different options here, and I'm just gonna take whatever the defaults are, but you should play with these options to make it look nice. And then that's going to add in your graticals. I think that looks kind of cool. And then of course, you should play with also the symbology to make it communicate more effectively. So I can put in like thicker lines, and so they pop out more. And also maybe the states. I can go in here and play with the symbology under the properties, and look under the symbology tab, and I can do things like categories, and add all values. Let me see, state name, add all values. This will do this kind of different color map for each state. Also, I can do things like insert in a title. I could put like NAD differences. This is between 83 and 27. I'm doing this real fast and off the whim, but you guys should spend a little bit more time making it look better. And then also I can put things in like what you can see on his map that he has. He put in a little legend here by just putting these color codings to show that these are different. You should put something in like that. And ways you can do that is either by going inserting in text, and if I insert in a text, I can type in here like latitude or longitude, whatever, and latitude, and then if I double click here, I start changing symbology by going to change symbols, and here I can put it in different colors. So you see I put in my oh well, I guess I should have had that as blue, because that's blue's latitude. So I can go here and change my symbol, just change it back over to blue. So you get the point. Make a nice map, and whenever you're done with it, export it out as a PDF and email that to me just by doing File and Export Map. And here you can choose PDF and hit Save. So that's pretty much what there is to it. But just think about how you want to communicate this information whenever you're doing your layout mode. You have a lot of different options with inserts, and maybe it needs something, a scale bar, or maybe you should have some kind of contextualization with the world map, or with a little insert here, or you can do side by side if you think that it communicates better separately. And also you might want to think about how is this going to look whenever it's black and white. So when it's in grayscale, maybe print it out in a black and white printer and see what it looks like, in addition to looking at the difference in colors. And then you can see also, just by looking at this map, you can see where the errors are going to be the worst. And I think the error is going to be the most off up here in Washington. If I just zoom in on here, you can see we got 4.4 seconds off over here, and also on this red. Well, I guess red's not that bad, it's only at negative 0.6 seconds, but here it's pretty bad. Explore the map. So that concludes lab 4.